2014 was a good time in the Kenyan music industry, but the fact that these songs were dropped that year, Sura Yako and Nishike by Sauti Sol, Milele and Kuku by Elani, Kio by Jaguar, Barua by Bahati, and more other songs that I can't mention now. But one that I can't forget to mention is this song Wele Wele by Timmy Tdat and Rapdamu or Naiboy. When this song was released, people loved it. Timmy Tdat became the talk of town. However, unbeknownst to most of us, he was in the game since 2009. Anyway, after Wele Wele, fans began to demand more songs from Timmy Tdat, and he managed to create more viral songs like Dusunyao. This song was well received. Was it because it was funny? Maybe. For instance, in Dusunyao, Timmy Tdat says lips zako kisabo, tangi yako lambabo, matiti zako spinabo, ngozi yako durable. Now, having kissable lips is possible, but having matiti spinable is not normal. We assume he was just playing with words. And we can say that those kind of lines and lyrics is what made Timmy Tdat to stand out. But not everyone enjoyed his music. Others thought it was lame and lacked sense, saying this is why our music don't sell beyond River Road clubs. Good tune, good video, but empty message. Others even thought that he was wasting good beats. But Timmy Tdat never stopped making the songs. He made Haitosi, Tunakubali, Wembe, Iromo, Tricky Day, and Inaweza. Or as Timmy says it, Inaweza iwezi. Timmy is still releasing songs to date, but some people feel like he's not doing enough. So what happened to the Timmy Tdat of Wele Wele, Haitosi, and Dusunyao? Today I'm here to answer that simple question. Is Timmy Tdat still relevant? Anaweza awezi? Remember to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy this content. And also tell me if this content Timmy went from practically being a nobody to being one of the biggest artists in Kenya. And to understand how he got into music and why he keeps on mentioning Kasabuni, we need to go back to his history. Timothy Owor, or Timmy Tdat, was born in a family of 8 siblings, and by that we just know he came from a poor background. Timmy attended Mukuru Primary School, then went on to Anointed High School, where he pursued his high school education. He was raised in a staunch Catholic family, and his father wanted him to become a priest. And as a young boy, his father would ensure that he attended all the 3 masses at the church and take notes on how they were conducted. It was serious. Timmy Tdat even served as an altar boy for quite a long time, but he wasn't passionate about being an altar boy. He was passionate about this, and later we'll discuss how he got here. His early years were not smooth. It was filled with difficulties, and it was not just the poverty, but other unavoidable things like death, as he lost 2 family members. At first, he lost his elder brother following a fight.
Brother yangu alikuwa kichwa ngumu sana. Chuo inafaa uende, alikuwa amenyoa sijui panga, ameweka sijui X wapi. Alikuwa amepatia budangu stress vinoma, unaona? So lakini yeye alikuwa big fish wa mtaani manze, ilikuwa so ikabidi time fulani wamekosana na msee wakafight. Ndo ikakuwa ndo send off yake.
Then in class 7, he lost his father, and this is the point that life took a turn for the worst. According to Timmy Tdat, the death of his father was traumatic. It was a big blow to the family. Life became unbearable to the point that they considered moving back to the village. Luckily, Timmy did not move to the village. He moved to his sister's place at Babadogo in a place called Kasabuni. Babadogo is a slum in Nairobi. Life in Kasabuni was tough and rough, a life that forced many young people there, especially the men, to turn to crime. In fact, being a thief was fashionable in Kasabuni, but that is one thing that Timmy didn't try, as he was busy playing football.
Due to pressures of life, pia machali wanakuwa waizi. Funny enough, uizi ilikuwa ni fashion. Kama wewe ni mwizi, yani wewe ni mkuu. Unaona? Alafu alikuwa anavaa makofia zimeenda hivi, malongi zimewashika, masahara ama katapila. Katapila ni vitu fulani ngori sana, zilikuwa 10,000. Sawa. Lakini boy ana like aishi kwa nyumba tao moja ama so nane, lakini avai vitu za 10,000 na fresh mademo fresh society ya 15.
As per Timmy, he was a talented footballer, but you all know, and speaking from experience, playing football in Kenya will get you somewhere, and that place is called nowhere. Kenyan football does not have money, and if it's there, then it's not enough. So by this, Timmy had to look for something to do. First, he worked as a garbage collector, earning 10 shillings, 10 bob per house. He also tried his hand at selling women's clothing, but the business collapsed because women were not paying. So he had to look for something that women had to pay, and that was here, in the matatu business. He eventually became a matatu tout or makanga at Babadogo.
Sikuwa na accept mimi ni makanga, alikuwa nataka niifanye. Sitaki nikue at full time. Like naipige nipate tu do ya kwenda studio, pia mtoia dishi. But ikakuja kwa career for some time, 24/7.
Being a tout was not something he was proud of, but he had to do it so as to get money to feed himself and the family. And yes, Timmy is a father. Not much is said about Timmy's kids, but he has kids. 2 kids from 2 different mothers. In fact, he got his first child at 17 years while in Form 4, and the girlfriend was around 19, 21 years. That is not normal, but remember where he was living? In Kasabuni. His job as a matatu tout enabled him to support his children. Let's also add the baby mamas, and also he was paying for studio time. So let's talk about the music. Singing is something that Timmy began back in his primary and secondary days in Anointed High School, performing at prize-giving awards and later performing at beauty pageants in the slums. He decided to pursue music professionally after high school. Now, most of the first Timmy songs are not available on the internet, but there's one song where Timmy was featured and it's a gospel song. But he rarely talks about it, so let me tell you about it. The song is called God Ame Jam by MNOD featuring Timmy. Now, you understand why he doesn't talk about it. I bet God Ali jam after the song was released. Anyway, is this proof enough that Timmy Tdat was a gospel artist? Maybe. I tried researching for information about his gospel career but found nothing. This is just an album cover, and I doubt if it was his album. He had no money, so how was he supposed to pay for the album? So let's talk about how his life eventually transformed. After recording songs in the ghetto for a long time, he was later introduced to a man who changed his life completely. That man was Rap Damu, or Naiboy. After joining Pacho Entertainment, which was under Naiboy, he released the first song called Blunder, but it didn't get the reception he expected. He then released Nataka More featuring Naiboy, and this time he got some attention. The song was played on Kiss TV, which is now dead. Shooting videos was expensive, and at some point, he was forced to sell some of his personal items so as to afford paying for a decent music video. This money problem made him to only release 1 song per year, and that was not a good thing. But he never lost hope. He kept recording, patiently waiting to blow up, and he patiently waited for 6 years. Many don't know that it took Timmy Tdat 6 years for him to blow. And this song was his debut into the spotlight. In 2013, Timmy Tdat dropped a song called Hey Timmy. It performed well as he got famous in the ghetto. Hey Timmy is a dancehall song, and at this time in 2013, Timmy was focused on making dancehall music. Singing in Jamaican patois seemed as the best decision, but it was not. He could not express himself freely. And just asking, how does someone who has lived in Babadogo sing in patois? Where did he get the Jamaican patois accent from? Babadogo has no Jamaicans. Thankfully, he decided to switch to Swahili as it was easier and understandable. And after that switch is when his breakthrough came. In 2014, Timmy released Wele Wele, a song that featured Rap Damu or Naiboy. The song was well received, and this is what people said. This jam was almost perfect. Killer beat, nice vocals, well mastered, simple but interesting video concept. This jam is the dopest 254 song. I can sit down, relax and enjoy. Timmy continue with the same pace, you are going places. And no lie, Timmy was going places. The song was among the biggest 254 songs then. Wele Wele was a unique sound or a unique song. Both the video and audio production is exceptional. And if you're asking what is Wele Wele, it simply means well. But to make it sound good, they decided to change it to Wele Wele. When Timmy Tdat released this song, he didn't expect much. He thought just like the other songs, the song will hit in the ghetto and that was it. But this time it was different. The song went viral. After receiving all the attention, he decided to do a remix of Wele Wele, which was released in May 2015. It featured various artists like Kolo, Cannibal, DNA, Nonini and others. Timmy was just getting started. In September 2015, he released a song called Tunakubali featuring The Council. This song made him popular. He was now not just getting played in Kasabuni, he was played countrywide in every club, radio station, and you probably played it on your phone. The video was fairly good, but some people had a problem with the church scenes, and also, why was Timmy dressed up in girls' clothes? Maybe it's artistry, so it was overlooked, and the song was good, so that was not a bother. The next song was even bigger, and the song is Usinikazie or Dusnyao. Dusnyao was released in January 2016. Just like the previous releases, the song was well received, for the obvious reason that it was not just entertaining, but funny. If you don't remember the song, allow me to mention some of the lines in the song. Lips zako kisabo, tang yako lambabo, matiti zako spinabo, ngozi yako durable, ukipika chakula yako kulabo. It's a wonderful wordplay, but ngozi yako durable. Anyway, I believe many never heard that part, and the part I know we all remember is this part. The video was also not that bad. It featured Shaniqua, the popular socialite, if you remember her or him. In the video, Timmy is apparently trying to flirt with Shaniqua as she walks down the street, and Timmy is rapping as he follows her. You can watch the video so as to understand what they were trying to achieve. And we can't forget to mention the vixens. They must be in every video, whether they know how to twerk or not. Now, by the end of 2016, Timmy was a household name. He was so in demand, performing in various stages and club shows. At one point, he was doing 5 shows in a day, not in the same place, in different counties. Tim even said that he was once paid 500,000 Kenyan shillings a show. Now back to Dusnyao. After this song, Timmy went on a spree of releasing other funny songs that for some reason the crowd loved. The songs included Inaweza, Iromo featuring Sudi Boy, and A Tricky Day, which was released in January 2017. Now, in July 2017, something quite unusual happened. Timmy attended the Groove Awards nomination party, which is a gospel event. Timmy even claimed that he was a gospel singer. In that same year in August, he released a gospel song called Inje. This song caught many by surprise. Others even thought that Timmy had now shifted to gospel. But that was not the case. According to Timmy, the song was a reminder to God that yes, he was a sinful man. He has a weak faith. But during the last days, God should let him in and not lock him out or inje.
Mimi bado faith yangu kidogo ni tricky temptation ikikuja heavy mimi naweza dead. Unajua so yani naambia tu Mungu in case yani kitu yape ni mimi ukate saa hii. As in consider to usiniache nje unajua. Consider.
After Inje, he went on to release other big songs like Wembe featuring Otile Brown, Will Be Okay featuring Della, and Kasayole featuring Calligraph Jones. Kasayole is a song that we must talk about, so let's say something about Kasayole. Kasayole is a song that pays homage to different places that Timmy Tdat and Calligraph Jones grew up in. Timmy Tdat grew up in Kasabuni, and Calligraph Jones grew up in Kayole or Oyole. As usual, Timmy delivered. The video was also nicely done. It's a series of challenges starting with an eating contest, a fashion show, and ending with a dance competition. Calligraph and Timmy are the judges in all the rounds, rating the contestants on a scale of 1 to 10. Kasawale is produced by Magic's Anger, who sampled Chakademas and Pliers' Murder She Wrote. Now, in as much as we enjoyed all the songs mentioned, not everyone had the same feeling about Timmy's songs. Some mocked his music, saying that he sings nonsensical things and he should try farming. Someone even said his songs are trash and the girls are the reason he gets airplay. And was Timmy bothered when people mocked his music? Not really. And this is what he said concerning the haters.
Hakuna watu kuambia mazesi ngoma zako ni za ufala.
Wako wase wengi sana, lakini na appreciate because ni msame take time yake, sikumpelekea ngoma ama kutafutwa nayo. Sawa. So ile kitu poa ni alipata na sources zake, akasikia mara moja, mara mbili, mara tatu.
He added that not everyone can like you. Jesus was not loved by everybody. So the hate is normal and people must talk. He continued to make music. In March 2018, Timmy released a song called Kitambo. Around the same time, he also joined Energy Radio. That is Timmy Tdat and Mwalimu Rachel. And these photos in some way were meant to promote the show. Did the strategy work? I don't know. The show's name was Transit. Timmy was excited to venture into radio, and he was positive that the opportunity would progress his career as an entertainer. He was not quitting music and even promised his fans that they should watch out for many more projects. The projects were released, but this time something was wrong, as people felt that he was malfunctioning and he was not delivering like the previous years. Timmy's decision to take a job as a radio presenter with Energy Radio was seen by many as a bad move that ultimately affected his career. Timmy admitted in this interview that he had to leave the radio because music is a jealous career, which doesn't like to be paired with other careers.
I think ni professional fulani inakuwa very jealous. As in ukitry kufanya na vitu zingine kidogo inaweza kuwa tricky because inahitaji time. Muziki ni inspiration au andiki tu, unajua. So ni kutry tu kwanza ku step back na kuangalia vile unaweza balance because
he also released Pogda Martin, Mary Jane and Magaldem, songs that got moderate attention. Now in 2019, things changed a bit when he dropped Atekwe and Kipopo featuring Rosary, as fans loved the songs. During the Gengeton era, still in 2019, Timmy featured Boondocks Gang in the song Kimangoto, a song that was also received well. Timmy is still making new music, but is not getting as much traction. This year he dropped some songs, and do you know the songs? That is why most people feel that he's not as influential as he once was, and he needs to go back to the drawing board, plan accordingly, and start afresh. Likewise, if you want the old Timmy Tdat, you can go and listen to Welewele and Dusinyao and stop bothering Timmy Tdat. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Timmy Tdat, and if you've enjoyed this video, tell me if. Remember to like this video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Let's meet on the next video.